Takes a minute, doesn't it?
Dude, every time you're like, oh, I'm gonna get on at 9 or whatever, you don't get on until 9:30. I always think to myself, if you're sitting there troubleshooting some fucking lights, I'm gonna be really pissed.
It says we're live right now, but I'm getting no preview, so now we've got some other problems. Oh.
Like I said.
Hold on. Ah, there we go. Now we got video.
That's why you should just stick to playing Xbox.
No, we don't want to do that. All right, so we're live now. Everything is working at least the best that it can. So we're gonna. I guess this is another test for pushing dual monitors, streaming, and gaming all off of a single 2070 Max-Q graphics card off of a gaming laptop. So we'll see how the FPS does, because I'm in orbit right now and I'm floating at 60 FPS when it was usually up to like 140. So she might.
I can see that you are live.
She might be hurting right now. And in the stream, I'm also joined by the legendary Matt. So, Matt, you want to say hi? Maybe turn the stream off in the background because I can hear it and it's bothering me.
Yeah, they can't hear me.
Huh? That's because you're not talking.
No, I'm listening to the thing.
They should be able to hear you. Because audio is being captured. Yeah? It's being captured from my desktop.
Oh, they can.
I was going to say, they should be able to hear you.
I'm sorry.
It's capturing all audio.
Yeah.
Oh crap, my mouse is about to die. The
It's
joys
not
of
one
wireless
thing,
mouse.
It's another.
Hey, it's good, it's good. Got it plugged in. It's funny though, if I take my cursor and I throw it onto my second screen, it does kick out all my Razer presets. It goes back to normal. So literally my lights are flashing between green and purple right now, but it's all good.
Oh my god.
It's all good. It's on purple, we're good. Alright, so what we're going to do on this stream is we're going to, I'm going to run some gameplay in the background. Matt currently is not playing Destiny. He's boycotting Destiny at this moment. And
I've been boycotting Destiny.
He has been. And we're going to talk about some of the issues that have been plaguing this game and why Matt is not enjoying Season of the Worthy like the rest of us.
It's not so much Season of the Worthy. What was the previous season? I didn't enjoy that one either.
Season of Dawn, I believe.
Yeah, I didn't like that one either, and I wasn't fond of the one previous to that one. I believe that was the first one. This is third.
I think so. Honestly, they all kind of just run together for me anymore at this point. So I can't even keep track of it all. I thought the first season was good, and the introduction. Oh, it was Season of the Undying, because it had it had the tree armor.
Halloween event.
No, that wasn't a season.
No, but like it was during that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. During that season, yeah. Which, dude, the Halloween event, I gotta say, was the start of. I mean, that was just the beginning of.
That was the downfall.
That was the nail in the coffin, I think. Because I mean, we talk about it all the time. Like, there's always been issues that have just royally irritated us, but the Halloween event was just that was just too much. That was it for me. To have an event...
You literally had all the events items blocked behind a paywall, which was absolute complete crap. You can only earn the gun and the masks through actually playing through the event, even going all the way to a level 9.
Nobody wants to wear, or maybe there might be a select few that wear the mask, but the majority of us don't care about the mask once they want to wear it. So to have a Halloween event where you had to pay for the Halloween items, and that the bounties didn't even give you bright dust. The bounties didn't even give you as many Halloween bounties as you want. You're not going to get. You had to do base game content to get Halloween items. That was just a complete screw you to the fan base.
That's true.
And to take away from that, it was the same event from the previous year. So the only thing that they spent time on was developing. I'm not sure. I think even the weapon was a reskin.
Well, the weapon was a
sure,
reskin. It was literally a reskin of the Braytech weapon. It was called the Braytech Werewolf or whatever.
So
it was literally a
reskin.
reskin.
They did was little cosmetic things, which is, I mean, with the new way things are going, that's all they ever do is just focus on cosmetics, but you know.
Oh, I pushed that dude right off the edge.
That was just coffin.
There we go.
Got it. Nail in the coffin, my guy. The monotonous grind, like the never-ending grind.
Well, I mean, the grind is still there.
But yeah, but it's not even a rewarding grind. Then once the new season comes out, you just get a couple blues and you're good.
That is true.
So
I will say this, I'm having a little bit of trouble hearing you because my game audio is turned up so loud because all of a sudden my computer doesn't want me to differentiate those anymore. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to deal with it. So if I ask you to repeat yourself though. So maybe you want to talk maybe a little louder because you are definitely competing with this game audio.
Let's see. I mean that's really just it. It's Bungie. They just don't care about their fans anymore.
Well, here's the big thing I think about this, and like you said, we've talked about this a million times, but now we're talking about on the stream, is that they cater so heavily to getting new players. They want new players. They want new players. They make it so easy for new players to step in, which I get that. You want to do that to some degree because you do want to bring a player base in, and I'm going to relate this to ESO. Is, ESO, I believe it's kind of difficult for new players to come into that game because it is so massive and they are so far behind the curve that it is a huge undertaking to get to like where someone who's been playing for years where you're at.
Let me just say, so for who don't know, if you're watching or if you're gonna watch, I was Destiny 1, I bought Destiny 1 when it came out, and I played it for like, maybe like 2 months, and then I quit. I didn't want to play it anymore, because D1 there was really not a ton. That's what I'm saying. So Demez, we said, if I buy it, this is, I think, Rise of Iron had just came out, or had been out for a couple months. Said if I buy it for you, we can play with it. I'm like, yeah, if you buy it for me, I'll try it. So I had jumped into Destiny 1 when there was like, the whole content had already been released. And I surpassed you guys. I have one time, 3 times, but still, it's not impossible to jump into a game like that, and, you know, that doesn't take long.
Well, back then the light cap was only 400 too.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I mean, but the thing is now like the light cap is freaking, I think is 1010, so 1010 is the light cap. Not counting your seasonal artifacts, you can exceed the light cap with seasonal artifact. But the thing is though, when you start into the game, if you start a new character or whatnot, I think they start you out at like 950. So it's like you're not even grinding that much. And so that's where it really kind of hurts some of the older players. It's like we worked to gain all those levels, and now you're literally just handing them out for free. Now see, like ESO's difference is different. If you work up to, what is it? Is it 980? Is that what it is?
It's 840.
840. If you work up to 840, and 5 DLCs get released, and you come in as a new player, they're like, oh well, let's help you out. We'll put you up to, let's say 700 something. They don't do that, no, because that. No. Then why did the person who grind for all those ranks, why do they even bother?
No, you start at 0.
You start at 0, and I think that's how this should be. I think that's how this should be, You have your white engrams, you have your green engrams, you have your blues, you have your purples.
Because, when you get to 840, you don't want to get another character at 840. I mean, 840 is grinding itself, so you just get that character, you get the second character level 50, you're good to go. So you still have to put in some work with your multiple characters. The new players, no, you're at 0.
And see, I can respect that system about ESO because that is giving, favorites to dedicated players. But again, the only issue with that is it does make it a little bit harder for newer players to get into such a massive game when they're so far behind. You have to have a lot of dedication and a lot of people that's going to play with you to help you out with that. I mean, granted, when me and you were playing, you knew all the shortcuts and all the grinds and whatnot, so we got me up pretty quick in ESO. But see, Destiny, it's like, no, we don't want you to go through that. We only want you to work like a third as hard as the other players. And I don't believe that's right. I don't believe that's right at all. I mean, even if you start off at 0 in Destiny, I mean, like I said, I think they start you out at like 950 or 900 if you start a new character right now. I could be wrong about that, but either way, each blue is gonna jump you up probably like 25 levels. Each blue is gonna jump you up like 25 levels. So that's not even that big of a deal. Like grinding blues is nothing. You know, grinding legendaries is a little bit harder, but it's grinding the powerfuls is what the grind is, because you can only get so many of those per week. So I don't see what the issue is with starting new players at 0. You are literally catering so much to these newer players, and that's just not right. Now, I will say this, a lot of people have problems with, it's like, oh, well, when I paid for the DLCs and whatnot, it was $30. Now they're including all the DLCs with the game for less than 60. I paid, in total, I paid in total 120 bucks for the game. These kids are paying 30.
That's what happens to every game.
I was gonna say, that's exactly right. It happens to every game. I don't have an issue with that.
That's true.
You paid the
game isn't so much a problem. It's just when, I mean, how much was Shadow Keeper? Was it $40? I mean, the initial cost, $40? Are you kidding me? Same with Forsaken. Granted, Forsaken had quite a bit of content. Shadow Keeper really didn't.
I tried turning down Destiny's volume, so maybe you're a bit louder.
Oh, I'm talking going back to the cost of Shadow Keeper.
No, I got you. Yeah, but the thing is, you're paying to play at its prime time. After that's already said and done and whatnot, you're paying for old content, so yeah, it's gonna be cheaper. It's just like when Halo 1 comes out, it's gonna be freaking $60. When Halo 2 comes out, Halo 1 drops down to 40 or something. And then by the time Halo 3 comes out, Halo 1's like $20 in the bargain bin. I know that's not exactly true, but that's just how it goes with games.
Yeah.
So people who complain, it's like people who complain that I paid freaking $200 or something for Destiny, and now you can buy it for $30. I don't actually have a problem with that. I honestly don't. No. Now I will say on the positive note, one thing I think Destiny does to try, keyword is try, to give something back to the older players is the seasons. Seasonal content, seasonal story, and everything like that is just that. Once that season's over, you can no longer have access to those storylines, or it was that armor until this last season. But now all the armor from all the previous seasons is in the rotation. I think that's absolute crap. What's the point of the seasons if you're just going to rotate the armor?
Well, I'm not a fan of the season, the way they're doing this now anyways. I don't like paying for content that's not for anything.
I know you and Jared both.
The content is it's not new. It's just like the obelisk.
Well, the Saint 14 storyline was new. That was definitely new.
Yeah, and it had potential, but it was lackluster.
Yeah, well, I want to say it was okay.
I thought it had potential, like the Shadow Keep. But then again, when Shadow Keep came out, they said it was going to be it was going to be an evolving story. So, listen, to any logical person who speaks and understands English, an evolving story is a single story that evolves over a period of time. Not one story that, we're going to jump into this storyline, then we're going to jump into this storyline, and then we're going to jump into this storyline.
There's about 8 storylines going on right now, and not a single one of them has been finished.
I have no idea what Shadowkeep was even about, really.
There are some evil space Doritos that do some evil haunty stuff.
I don't understand.
I also want to say that Cade's death, I think, was completely and utterly pointless. That was just a ploy to get people in and involved and stuff. It was a cheap trick. I really honestly think that.
Yeah, and then why couldn't they bring him back with the time spire, or the time stone?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name.
So there's kind of a pretty big plot hole.
Well, then also that, you also have to remember that Kate was an exo. If he would have backed his conscious up into some sort of server or something, then he could literally just load into a new body. I don't see why that's not a thing. I think someone was saying lost technology, and because exos were created before the collapse, so I'm like, okay, you know what? I can bite on that. I'll give them that. They don't have access to that technology more. Okay, but still, there's still some other plot holes there. But I think you said it. You said it earlier, where and it sums it up perfectly. Is that the potential? Destiny. We can sum up this entire conversation with this one sentence. Destiny has the most potential out of any game I have ever played.
Oh yeah.
And it's completely squandered.
We had so much fun playing Year 3 Destiny 1. So much fun.
Which is surprising because back then we talked a lot of crap about that game. So
they made a lot of the Destiny 1 over launch. When Destiny 2 came out, they made so many improvements, and those improvements did completely abandon them when Destiny 2 came out. Just got rid of them. Was it like you couldn't select Crucible? Like you just had one Crucible, that was it. You couldn't choose game modes. There was no private matches. You couldn't solo strikes. You couldn't solo
what was that video? Oh, you want control? How about supremacy?
A little clash. Oops, supremacy.
I actually like supremacy though.
They just got rid of so many really good features that Destiny 1 had. But I understand that they need microtransactions. I get it, games, they gotta.
But they push so much into that though, and it's sickening. That's why that's why the boss is, or sorry, the trope is freaking the true in-game boss is freaking Tess Eververse.
And I understand that they're just cosmetics. I hear the arguments on Reddit all day long. Oh, they're just cosmetics. They don't matter. But in fairness,
but they do matter.
Destiny
they do
is a
matter.
Game based on cosmetics. The whole point of the game is to build a character you want.
Oh well,
let me come out with go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish up your what you're saying.
When you come out with a season dedicated to Siva, and there's not one Siva item in the inventory list, the only place you can get it is with real game money, with real money or Bright Dust. That is fucking ridiculous. They spend all this time and energy developing Eververse items, and they don't spend any time at all. We get rusty armor growing plants for the seasonal armor. What the fuck?
I will say this, that is slightly incorrect. The season was rolling around the Warmind, not Siva.
Okay,
but there is a direct correlation, so I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Warmind. But I mean, dude, even the first season with the armor growing plants and shit.
At least the ornaments were kind of cool.
All of the weapons were the weapons you got from the damn
Mercury. Mercury.
Yes, they were all the
Osiris, yeah.
They were all the Osiris weapons. They were just reskinned. They spent no time at all developing a decent armor set or weapons for the community, but what they did do was spend a hell of a lot of time, and they had a lot of good creativity going into the Eververse items. That just, for me, like, it's such a problem. And I don't know why people are so okay with it. Like, they're taking your money, what are they doing with it? They're taking your money and developing items for Eververse that you in turn have to go pay for.
Yep, I agree.
And it's just worse because people pay it, Like, I'm not paying $5 for a chest, I don't even know what it's called anymore. An
ornament, chest piece, whatever.
Ornament, yes. I'm not spending that much money.
How about $10 for an emote?
No, I'm not. It's just ridiculous.
We have a friend who did that, by the way.
And it's not even a fact that I don't have $10 to spend on it. It's just a complete waste.
Welcome to Operation Stormcoat Gun.
And that's why they have no incentive to make any decent set for in-game currency, because they know people are going to pay it. Or enough people will pay for it.
That's what I think is really bad.
We need you to confirm what they're doing.
And our friend, I keep telling him this. And even he has a problem with it.
But he still buys into it.
But he still buys into it.
I wonder if he's gonna buy all that season rank.
Buying season rank, that is pay to play. I don't care how you want to phrase it. Allowing people to buy their
But
season
you can,
rank
but you can only do it at the end of the
play.
season, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It does matter because again, the dedicated players are getting screwed.
Yes, I have not played a single day this season. I can jump on tomorrow and surpass you. You've already hit 100, I'm sure. But
I've already hit
I can
over
get you
100.
Yeah, I could hit 100 without just any work whatsoever.
Gotta pay $100 though.
Well,
This
fuck
area
it.
is no longer infected. Good work. There's bound to be
I mean, to some people, $100 is no object. It's not.
Depends on what I'm
It's not a
buying.
big deal.
Depends on what I'm buying.
Oh, exactly. Not buying season ranks,
But I agree with that. But what I was about to say was, let me lay some news on you. But I'll share my opinion on it after I tell you, because you're not even playing Destiny, you're boycotting Destiny, so I won't, so you're not keeping up on the news. But here's the newest news. So here, starting the next season, they are going to start putting caps on certain weapons. Well, almost every
I'm the
weapon.
one that told you that.
Well, it's official now. They're putting caps on weapons, so you can no longer infuse them up to a certain point. And what the rule is, after the third season, after the fourth, it's either the third or fourth season that the weapon was released in, it will no longer be able to be infused any higher, and will be outside of the meta. You can still use it for activities that don't require you to be at the highest light level, but crutch guns like like one of the guns I'm using right now, Mountaintop, Recluse, all those guns starting next season, they'll be given a pass for that season, but then after that, they're gonna be capped out because they were released many seasons ago.
I feel so bad for the people who spent months going for Forgotten.
There is a couple exceptions to that. Of course, all exotics are exempt. There is a couple exceptions, but that's the new news. Is the guns that you grinded so hard for and that you've been playing with for a couple of years now, you are no longer going to be able to use well, you can use them. You just can't use them for highlight activities such as like Iron Banner, raid, the most current raid, any highlight level activities. So what's your thoughts on that?
That just goes completely back to, giving veteran players the thumb, the finger.
I can agree with that.
I mean, in a game that is based on play the way you want, they really do have a funny way of showing that.
Now, you might not remember, but do you remember Year 1, Destiny 1? What happened to all those guns when Year 2 came out?
Yeah, I wasn't playing during that.
That's true, you weren't, that's right. So,
I
all the weapons
remember
that you worked
I
for,
remember.
including exotics, you had to go back and get a Year 2 variant of it. Now, that pissed a lot of people off, because they already earned those exotics. And there might have been a workaround at the time, I can't remember, it's all the way back in Destiny 1.
Didn't we have to do that in Destiny 2 as well? At one point, I thought.
I don't believe so for Destiny 2. Now here's the deal. Here's my opinion on it. Like you said, just kind of giving the middle finger. Wow, that was right between his legs. Middle finger to the veteran players. Taking some of the most OP guns out of the meta, I kind of understand. You can still use your guns for freaking running around, open areas and low light events. It shows that they kind of shot themselves in the foot and they've so oversaturated the weapon and armor pool that they can't create any better guns.
With copies. I mean, I would fair to say 50% of the pool is reskinned weapons. They just look different.
That is actually a very good counterpoint.
The paint scheme is just different. So they were really oversaturated. They've just...
Well, they have not figured out a way to keep these guns from being... I mean, besides the multiple nerfs to many of our favorite weapons.
Well, you've said this time and time before. You can't balance the damn game.
You can't balance the game when you have so many variables. You're absolutely right.
And then it's like so with Whisper, right? Or what's another one that's just there was a really good perk on it. Well, even Shards.
Oh, they nerfed the crap out of Shards. But we gotta admit,
like,
Shards was OP as all go get out, and we knew that nerf was coming.
You know what? How did they not see that? How did they not see that Whisper the Worm was going to completely break the bosses in that game? They didn't have the few cents to get that.
That is true.
So it's like, they give us this really awesome gun, they're like, oh, we gotta nerf it now. Well, it's like, dude, don't even give it to us in the first fucking
do some RNG, you know? Do some research, or not RNG, I'm sorry, R&D. Do some development, and think about it. You could even do a beta release or a test release with select players, you know, some raid parties and stuff, to see how it affects.
That'd be great.
And that'd be kind of cool, because now you're even involving the community in the creation of some of the guns. How awesome would that be? If you could put your name in a hat and be a tester for some of new weapons and armor that are going to come out.
I mean, I have not used Shards in a lot because I've played in a while, but when I got off Destiny, Shards was absolute shit. Like, I hardly counted as...
They didn't know how to nerf Shards, like, Orpheus Rig. Hands down, it was one of my favorite exotics because you instantly got your super back.
Exotic.
That's only good for massive ads. That's not good for a boss. You can tether a boss, yes, you're going to do more precision damage, yes, but you're not going to get your super back if you tether a boss, because it's a single enemy. You only got your super back if you tethered like 10 enemies or more.
I mean,
so nerfing Orpheus Rig was stupid.
It wasn't even a factor of the Crucible, so it's not even like other people were complaining about it.
And see, if they want balanced gameplay in Crucible, there's a very easy way. Yeah, like we talked about loadouts. You can't have... Oh, I blew myself up. You can't have a balanced gameplay with guns with 18 different variables and armor with 18 different variables. It can't happen. It's funny you're trying. Why is Halo balanced? Because everyone has access to the same gun.
Everyone's got the same guns. There's no BS. I mean, when I read on Reddit, like I still follow the Destiny 2 forum, people have the same complaints, and they're the same ones that you read every single day. But they don't, they literally, and the moderators, they're in there, so, you know, people from Bungie, they're reading this. They just don't really care. They fix other stuff that, like getting rid of trackers on, the emblems. But how did that do anything but say screw you to vets?
Pretty much. So why don't we start talking about maybe some possible fixes that at least we can come up with, two members of the community.
Listen.
Well, you can't do everything the community says, because the community wants... You have to, with a grain of salt, but I do agree that you need to listen to the community more. Even though time and time again, every time in their Vidocs, they say, we're listening to the community, we're listening to the community, we're listening to the community.
I can't listen to another Destiny Vidoc. Because they are so full of shit. Every single time that we're doing what the community wanted. We're finally listening to our fans. Okay, I'm going to say something really... it might be controversial in the community. Activision was not to blame for the state of Destiny.
That's not that controversial, honestly.
Destiny 2 was better when Activision was part of it. In my opinion, it was better. The stories, they still don't make any sense, right?
After they said that they were going to...
A lot of people blamed Activision for that because, you know, they said, well, Activision, they're a game, you know, factory. They just pump out crap. You know, they didn't have time to get the story right. Well, their story still doesn't make any fucking sense. So it's definitely not their fault.
Nope. And I'd have been okay if we'd have done season of the Undying, which was Shadowkeep, and then would have shifted gears and left us on a cliffhanger and go do another story. But then the very next season, we better be going back to that story. So that way you have two concurrent stories running kind of side by side each other.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It probably still piss people off because people want one story to be done before the next one starts. But I'd be okay with that. I'd be
But
okay
just
with
tie
that.
them in somehow. I mean, it's not like you're following a book. You can write it however the hell you want. I thought the 14 story was going to tie into the Moon story.
It was more of a backstory. But as far as fixing some of the things in the community, I agree with you. Or not community. I'm sorry, the game. I would say yeah, definitely you're on about listening to the community. You're constantly through the Reddit page. I'm not, but you fill me in with the good stuff. Seasons. I like.
I mean, just spend more time.
Oh, we
getting...
got. Oh, I haven't been paying attention to the stream. Oh, there we go. It was saying poor video settings for a second. We haven't gotten any live comments. I was really hoping. It's gonna suck if we get live comments because I'm not paying attention to those monitors. Anyway.
If they spent a little more time putting the energy that they put into Eververse into some of the items that you can get in a game, it would make the world a difference. Because then it's like, I'm grinding for an item. I'm not just grinding for Bright Dust. I'm grinding to get an item.
Yeah, they give purpose behind the grind. Besides just climbing light levels. And one thing is, light levels that exceed the light cap. So, like I said, light cap right now is 110, but realistically, the soft cap I believe is with blues. Man, I think they're they're capping out at 1,000 too. Blues and legendaries are both capping out at freaking 1,000. It's only powerful gear that can get you above 1,000, get you up to 110. But here's the thing: is why do I need to grind powerfuls when the seasonal artifact? I just grind normal gameplay every 100k. I get +1 for power or so. It's actually less. That's grinding per level. It's a little bit more when it comes to your. It gets more exponential when you get to grinding power levels. But still, I'm above 110 right now, and I have not ground out that many powerfuls. I have a couple 1,001s. I have a couple 1,002s. But other than that, I have not ground out any powerfuls. There's no need, because with the seasonal artifact, I can get power level. And see, that was one thing I brought up to you, was, you were really upset about how hard it was for the powerfuls, and it's just like, you don't even need to bother, because by next season, the things you grinded the hardest for do not matter. Yes, you were 110 in that season, and you had to work your ass off for it, but then by next season, that doesn't matter, because now everyone can do
nobody
it.
but you knows.
And see, that's not rewarding to the grind, and that's messed up. And that is really messed up. That is not rewarding to the grind. I mean, yes, you're 110 in that season, and we talk about relevance, but to me, that's not worth it. But I'll say this though: I like seasons. I like seasons. Seasonal storylines, I could see why people are upset with. Maybe they couldn't do those, but I'm okay with seasons because again, it's actually rewarding people who played. It's actually rewarding players who did play in that time.
The stories don't take that long to play, so even if you only had like 2 hours to play Xbox the entire season, you could still get the story.
Pretty much, yeah.
I know Mr. Halo's kind of upset because maybe he didn't get a story quest done, but it's like, the season's
Well, he was mostly upset that he paid for content and it was gone, like you were saying. And I can understand why you guys are upset with that. And I think you guys do have a right to be upset. But personally, for me, it doesn't bother me, but I understand your guys' point.
Yeah.
So
I think the things that they could do to fix it are just so obvious. To me, it just feels like they've given up on it. They're just kind of floating to the next IPO.
Maybe that's what we need. We do need a clean slate.
Well, I mean,
it's gonna hurt though, because then once again, all the grinding we did on this game is now gone to waste. So
I think they've really cost a lot of their fan base, though. I think maybe you guys thought I would be back on Destiny by now. Obviously, I'm not.
No, definitely not during this season, because even other, a lot of the content creators for Destiny went on YouTube. Rick Caucus, he's the first one that comes to my mind, but there's a lot more.
Yeah, Houndish.
Houndish, perfect. And there's like, I want to say there's 5
What's
like
up,
real
guys?
big ones.
Houndish here.
But they've all pretty much said in their own words, one way or another, that this season is pretty much the worst season.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have no intention of coming back next season either.
We'll see about that. I'm always optimistic for you.
Yeah, I'm not. That's... no. Well, I mean, the problem I face now is, even if I do decide to get back on Destiny, I'm playing by myself, so...
Well, that's not entirely true, because you will be playing with, you know, me and Halo.
Well, yeah, but we don't really... I mean, for most of you guys don't play during the week. You work, so you don't play during the week, and on the weekends, maybe we can play like an hour together.
Yeah, that's true. Like we're doing now. But
my classes, June 1st, my classes start at 8 o'clock, so you're gonna have to get up kind of early.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
So even if I did get back on Destiny, I'm playing by myself. It's Destiny by yourself. It
well,
is
why'd
not
I
fun.
throw that at Nokris? so dumb. I don't know what I'm doing now. Like I said, I like seasons. I hope they continue with seasons. I think they just need to refine that. They need to cater, I want to say, more to the veteran players and give us something to be proud of. Give us the items that you can't get no more. If the new people cry that they can't get it, that's too bad. Here's the thing, though. Oh my god. So in this freaking day and age, you know, it's not fair if he has it and I don't. And it's like, well, yeah, well, he worked for it, you didn't. It's like any MMO. They have limited time events, special items you can only get in that event, and if you didn't play during that event, you don't get it. And everyone going into that kind of game expects that. I expect, like an ESO, that there's items there that was limited time events that I cannot get. I don't know if that's the case, but I expect that. I expect that going in, because that is rewarding to the players who earned it. Will I ever be able to get it? I don't know. Maybe they'll bring the event back in 2 years and maybe I'll have another chance. But maybe not. Maybe it was truly a one-time event and it's rewarding to those players. I have no issues with that.
What I would say, if there was somebody from Bungie listening, is that the veteran players kept you guys afloat through the worst DLC, I think, ever in history with Osiris. That was the worst content drought I've ever been a part of, and we kept them afloat. New players, they won't hang around. They'll just jump to the next Fortnite or the next PUBG. But the vets, we've been here and we've been, you know.
I want to say Destiny is definitely not in the mainstream right now.
No, and they've lost a lot of their user base. And it's because you get a lot of PC, like those, when it went free for PC, a lot of people came, they weren't loyal to the game, they left. A lot of the new guys, they left. But the vets, they stayed around, and we played through the content droughts.
And I would say one of the biggest reasons why I stayed around is because I don't want for everything that I worked so hard for to be for nothing. I grinded so hard for the guns that I have, for the armor that I have, and for me to walk away from the game.
And we had a lot of fun.
It's hard. Yeah, and I've had a lot of great memories on Destiny too.
Fun.
And for me just to walk away, it's painful. Now, there is times where I do walk away for a couple months at a time because I'm tired of the grind. When Destiny starts becoming I have to get on, or I'm not gonna meet my self-imposed quota.
Ooh, that's bad, yeah.
Then it's just like, no, this game is not going to control my life to that degree. It should be fun and enjoyable to play. It should not be a chore or task that I have to do once a day to keep my light level up or something. No. So I'll step away for a couple months, and I'll come back fresh.
Just so I was higher than you. I mean, that was really what kept me going.
Well, I think that's any game is, you know, friends playing games.
We just had good competition.
Friends playing games, having that friendly competition, getting together, that coercion, that cooperation. I think that's what really drives any game really. And again, we talked about this too. That look at Halo, like Halo 3. Was there a grind?
No.
No, there's no grind. The armor you had to earn. There was armor that you had to grind. But the gameplay, the community was just, it was just enjoyable.
I mean, the armor though, there was a specific set of things you had to do to get the armor.
I love that because you had to earn it. Look at Recon, dude. Recon was a badge of honor. Some people thought it was too easy, but I thought it was freaking, it was hard.
I disagree. I thought Recon was hair pulling.
Especially when you got to the firefight.
There was clear expectation. Go do this, complete it, and you're gonna get this armor set. But it's not, alright, go do 100 matches of multiplayer.
Look at Sovereign Song. How many times did we grind that for you to get honor bound? The Nightfall specific weapon.
And that wasn't even the gun I wanted. I just wanted it for the collection.
Yep.
And
And
that's the only thing left to do.
I got 3 of them. You got none.
That is just.
I can still hear you. I can still hear you now. How frustrated you were.
I mean, look at 1K. There's still people out there who don't have that.
I mean, I guess it keeps the strike. I guess, or not. That's not a strike, but I guess that keeps the freaking raid relevant. But
no, because I know they're gonna nerf it. It's gonna become worthless.
Oh,
gonna use it.
I don't know how they haven't nerfed 1K at this point.
It's like
because Ed is such an OP gun.
Doing the damn thing. I'm not going to continue to do that damn raid, especially it's an older raid, so people they're not even doing it as much as they were.
I still want to do some more of freaking God, I can't remember the name of the raid.
You got Leviathan, you got Eater of Worlds, you got Fire Stars.
Never did Fire Stars. The black with the Black Armory expansion. What was that?
Oh yeah, Scourge.
Thank you, Scourge of the Past. God, I actually really like that raid. One, because it's if you get the right people, it's more of a strike. But I liked everything about that content. I love freaking Black Armory weapons, armor, the ship, everything. So, and I was really looking forward to this season because I heard Season of the Worthy, it's going to be all Warmind. I'm like, oh heck yeah, because I love everything about Warmind. And this new season, there is none of the aesthetic is Warmind aesthetic. It's old Russia aesthetic.
And it's not even our assumption of Warmind. That's what they built in Destiny 1. That was
every piece of Warmind tech always had that triangular freaking satellite looking aesthetic to it, and that's what I expected. I didn't expect an old Russian uniform looking freaking armor. It's not what I expected.
No. I don't know how you play that game, buddy. I really don't.
I play it for fun. I'm not playing it for a reward. I'm not playing it for a grind. I mean, I was grinding light levels just because it was a target to go for, but I'm literally just enjoying it. I'm kicking back. I'm playing with my vast loot pool of guns. Like right now, I'm running freaking Hazard of the Cast, freaking Jotun, and I'm running an old rocket launcher. I'm just having fun. That's all I'm doing.
Now, I'm not grinding my life to 3-7, that's for sure.
And for the seasons, it's not even that much of a grind. You literally just play the game. It's not even that much of a grind. That's why I say I like seasons. I think they just need to be tweaked.
Do it quickly with bounties.
Oh, bounties is the way to go. I came into the season late, and I'm already 100. I don't know how many days is left of the season. I think we're down to the last couple weeks. But they actually had to nerf the activity for this season because they overestimated how much people would actually do it, actually play it, and the difficulty was legitimately actually too high. So they've toned it down, and just recently I hit my, actually it's on one of my Destiny videos, one of my streams. It was actually, I think, test number 5 or something like that. I kept it public, where I actually did my first 100 completion of that. But dude, this season, to grind the bunkers, it is so resource heavy. And someone who has hoarded their resources, it costs too much. I mean,
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have 3 tiers of upgrades you can do, and I think the base tier, again, don't quote me on these numbers because I haven't looked at it that hard, it's like 15 Dusklight shards, and you have like 10 things to upgrade. And then the next tier is like 30 Dusklight shards, and then, again, per upgrade, 10 items, and then the last one's like 65 or 70 Dusklight shards. You do the math, that's a lot of resources. There might be a very effective resource farm out there, but someone who has literally thousands of resources, I consider that too expensive.
I mean, the other problem for, I guess, our group is to get all stuff free onto a raid. It's just gonna be impossible.
It is hair pulling. I think that's just the nature of modern day gaming for us. You know, back when we were all in high school and stuff like that, it was very easy. We're all off at the same time. We all had the same schedule. It was easy for us to group together. But now that we're all adults and now that we have jobs, school, it's incredibly hard for us to all link up, and that does sadden me. That's nothing to do with Destiny. That has nothing to do with Destiny's fault. But it does make the game harder to deal with if you don't have friends to have fun with. Because Destiny 1, I mean, honestly, it was not that great of a game, but we had so much fun because our schedules were roughly the same, so we all get on and play together. We would do raids for fun. We would literally help people out through raids for fun.
We did a couple times.
Those were good times. Oh, bad tether. Really crap tether.
Got on, had nothing to do, like, yeah, help some people out today.
I literally said, it was in Destiny 1, and I wanted to do a raid, and I talked you into doing.
Refresh.
Yeah, I talked you into doing King's Fall, because that's a hard raid. I said I want to do it with 3 people who have never done it before, as kind of our way of giving back to the community for people who have helped us out. So that's the thing about raids, is like people only want to play raids with people who've done the raid. But you can't.
That's how it is now too.
You can't. Oh, it still is that way. But you don't know how to do the raid. The second day after it's released, no one wants to raid with you. And it's like, well, who taught you? You know? I mean, if you went in there and freaking spent 22 hours figuring the raid out, I applaud you. I can't do that. You're telling me you're not going to teach somebody how to do it? You're going to hold that information yourself? No. So that when we did that, helping 3 fresh people out, I loved every bit of that. It was frustrating though, and we did not finish. We came incredibly close.
Yeah,
and we even said we'll pick this back up the next day, but they didn't show back up.
I remember we helped a mom that she was playing, and we did Wrath of the Machine with her.
That was Krusty Demon, I think.
It was. That was.
Or no, it was Krusty Cod Mom. That's what it was.
Yeah, and she was just playing some Destiny. Never done the raid before.
Wrath was a lot easier. So I still have her on my friends list too.
Oh, I don't. I might.
I know, like after we helped her out and whatnot, that she really got into raids and started becoming more of a raid party member. But that was good times. Those were very good times. But again, that goes back to us all being able to get on and play together. And that's just something we really can't do anymore.
I think that's a big problem for me now is my problems with Destiny. It's a lot harder for me to overlook because I don't want to play. I don't want to play for personal reasons now. So it's like I'm not going to overlook these problems. Because first of all, I don't want to play by myself. It sucks. I don't want to have to LFG for every raid. So for me, it's that's a big part of it now.
Yeah, I understand how you feel there. Again, I can overlook all the problems we've been complaining about for the past coming up on an hour. Just because, again, I'm playing just for fun. I'm not trying to, you know, work too hard. I'm just trying to kind of just kick back.
Cut my losses type split from the game.
But you've done that, like, 3 times.
Yeah, I don't think I've stayed away this long though.
You haven't.
Yeah,
It kind of scares me because now
didn't play this season.
Now it's like you're going for a world record here, and it's like, well, if I go back now, then
I don't intend on playing next season either. Yeah. Well, let me just say, if I have to free up space on my hard drive, Destiny's probably the first thing that's going.
It hurts that you're saying that.
I'm gonna keep Destiny 1.
What's this? This guy killed himself inside the elevator. That's happened to me. That's funny.
I would be down to run a Destiny 1 strike.
Oh my goodness.
Bro. Let's run a Destiny 1 strike.
I would love to stream that stuff, dude. A strike or a raid?
I'm down to just run a fucking strike. I will stay up late. I will stay up later if you want to run some Destiny 1 strikes.
Well, let's maybe save that for next weekend or tomorrow. Let me see if I can somehow rig my computer into a capture card. That way I can stream that content, because I think that'd be some good content. Don't you agree? That'd be probably really cool to watch.
Yeah, once I finish this, quest, I might start it up and see what.
Oh my god.
I like starting it up because I like the Chaos Dogma.
You got the Chaos Dogma Adept.
Dude, you can't hold a torch to that gun. You just can't. It's too good.
I don't think I was playing when you got that gun.
Oof. Just a beast of a gun, dude.
Dude,
I
Wrath
got it on
Machine
my
was so much
first
fun.
Wrath run. First run. That was the only gun I wanted. It was the only.
Well, it wasn't your
the
very
only thing
first
left.
run, because they added that later.
No, like the first run when they were added. Once the weapons were added.
Okay, yeah.
It was the only gun left that I wanted. I didn't care about anything else but that fucking gun.
Didn't care about nothing else.
And the gods, they rewarded me. with
For
that.
once.
For once, they rewarded me. I was very pleased. Very pleased. Dude, this quest is taking forever. This better be the last quest in this series, because, I mean, oh my god.
I think you know the thing I'm gonna throw on. I'm gonna throw on Randy's throwing knife.
Randy's throwing knife.
I was playing with that gun, and I straight up thought about you, because you grinded for this gun before I did. Like, you wanted that gun, you're like, I'm getting that gun, and you freaking just put your nose to the grindstone and went for it. And that gave me dedication. The thing is, like, what really saddens me about you not playing Destiny anymore is you got me into so much in-game content. Because when I brought you back into Destiny 1, the thought of doing a raid was so far-fetched for me. It's like, it'll never happen. There's absolutely no way to happen. And you're like, oh, we can just LFG. I'm like, what's an LFG? And we literally started doing raids. Yeah. I'll tell you this right now, I literally had chills when we started up King's Fall. I was so excited. I'm like, I didn't think I'd ever be able to play this.
Get on, we're gonna do raid. And you're like, oh, we don't have a group. I'm like, yeah, give me a few minutes to get a group.
So, you know, that was just, that was absolutely awesome.
Hello, failsafe. You're familiar with this.
On a squirrel moment, my computer's actually been running kind of cool. 86, 87. I think we're stressing it out enough where it's turning off turbo or something. So, but you got me into so much in-game content. It got me so excited. On Destiny 2, you got me into doing pinnacles. Again, I saw the requirements for pinnacles. I'm like, nope, too much work for me. And then you started messing with them. I'm like, well, if you can do them, I can do them. You know, that had a little bit of competitive mind. But, yeah. And then, Nightfall guns. You started wanting to get those off your checklist. I'm like, that sounds like fun. Let's grind some strikes, or not strikes, Nightfalls. It didn't work out too well for you, but.
No, it did not.
But you know, and you even grinded out Redrix.
Dude, I went to town getting that gun. That gun was the bane of my existence, and it's not even good. It sucks.
Especially now, well, when it first came out, it was a freaking god gun.
Oh, it was fucking amazing.
But of course, they nerfed the crap out of it, so it's literally just a trophy gun.
Oh my god, how is that not the last quest in this? Okay. I am actually going to put it in Destiny 1. I gotta get it out of the...
Red Legion.
Blow the dust off it. How did everyone die? How am I all by myself?
This was before the,
Oh my god, none of those shots hit. I'm either on point with Randy's, or I am just absolute crap with Randy's. Scout Rifles is kind of hard on PC, let me tell you. Because there's no aim assist, you gotta be dead on. And I didn't even think aim assist was a real thing until I went from console to PC. You die again? Oh my god.
oh man, the Destiny 1 main menu. There's probably still people playing.
Hands down there's people playing. I'd be shocked if there's no one playing.
It's still the dawning sound.
The Dawning?
No, that was the original.
I was gonna say no. Dawning has to be over. You gonna go on to the Dreadnought?
I might get let's see, Necromancer and
Necromancer. That's not the name of it. It's Necrochasm.
No, it's not. It's
Necrochasm.
I might grab Necrochasm, which is more than likely already on my character.
I don't know if I oh my god, that instantly killed me. I don't know if I re-got that gun or not.
The Scion was wearing commander regalia.
I was really hoping we could get some live comments. Maybe I should have put in it was a Destiny Rant. That'd be more interesting to people. Or we're just reiterating points that have been told a million freaking times. That probably makes a lot of sense too.
Probably, like I could have shared.
That would have helped. Too late now. But let me find out. Let me find out tonight how I could possibly rig my computer up as a capture card, if that's a thing. And if we can get down on Destiny 1, I will gladly get down on Destiny 1.
Bro, Necrochasm was already equipped to my character.
You know what the problem is about using this as a capture card is I only have one HDMI port. I would need at least two.
Let's see, Weekly Nightfall.
Oof.
What is it?
I know you can stream to Twitch from your Xbox.
Skeleton Key. Ooh.
Give us the good news first.
The good news is that
Skeleton Key.
That
Sounds so familiar.
All right. What's the bad news?
Kargan has almost
Yeah, Skeleton Key was how you got
Vex
the
Gate
chest at the
network.
end of the Nightfall.
I predict several detachments of Cabal over the next few minutes.
Oh, that's right.
Patrol Cosmodrome.
Cosmodrome. God, I wish I could go back there. You would think if they did everything old Russia style for this freaking DLC, you'd think they would have brought back the Cosmodrome. That'd have made more sense.
Yeah, I had my Trials armor. I had my PvE armor. Oh, and I have a original blue engram that you have to actually go to the crypto. I liked that better.
Oh, not for blues. No, I disagree heavily.
Oh, you know what I have on this character?
What do you have on that character?
I almost forgot. A little thing called Bones of Ao.
Ah, yes.
Be a way to get through.
The Hunter exotic.
Failsafe. Any ideas?
And when you ram bones and you took it off, you would miss so many jumps.
Grant you ingress.
Bones of Ao was the only way I could get through jumping puzzles, to be honest. Let's see, let's pull up Sparrow. Yeah, there's my gold Trials Sparrow.
You didn't get to the lighthouse, did you?
No. Nope, never got there. I think you had to get how many wins? 5?
I think it's 9.
9. Okay, I've gotten 5, I think. Well, that was Destiny 2.
Well, you know Trials is back, but I saw quite a few videos titled Trials Sucks. So, again, from major Destiny content creators, so...
This sniper is the shit.
What was it? What was it?
See if you can name it. It's a legendary. It is a SIVA weapon.
Oh, God, yeah, you're
Come
right. It's a 3-shot.
on.
It's a high-impact archetype
Yes.
sniper rifle. I don't know its name, though.
Ex
Excellent work,
Machina.
Captain.
That was Ex Machina?
50% completion of this task.
Yeah, I had literally one of every archetype, because I played that raid so much.
Let's see. Vax Metaclass, you still don't have that, I don't think.
I don't.
Smite of Meridian.
I can't remember that weapon.
This is when they actually had legit unique legendary weapons for the raids. You know.
I don't know if... no, they still do have raid-specific weapons. They have some raid-specific weapons. But they also fill it in, like, look at the raid for, God, my memory recall is just not here. Last Wish. There was some raid-specific weapons in there, but then they were the gaps were filled in by regular weapons you can get in the Dreamin' City. That's kind of crap.
Steel Oracle. I ran this rocket launcher.
I was gonna say, that's a rocket launcher.
Yes, because my legendary had shells fired to this weapon track their targets.
That was your legendary truth, wasn't it?
3 in the 2. Yeah.
That was your legendary truth.
Atheon's epilogue.
Is that from Vault of Glass?
Yeah. Nothing, and I mean nothing, no Destiny weapon holds a torch to the exotic Chaos Dog. None. I don't care how shit this weapon would be in Destiny 2 if they brought it back, I would still use it.
No, you'd rage quit the game if they touched your freaking precious Chaos Dogma.
Ah, dude, this...
If they brought back SIVA, you would be playing this game right now. Yes. Don't even front. Yes, you would.
If they made guns that were not reskins, probably.
Wait, oh crap! You gotta remember. I think some of the SIVA weapons were reskins. You know another thing I miss? Leveling up your gun. You remember the SIVA weapons? You had to level them up once you hit max level. Once you unlocked all the perks on them, then you'd get the SIVA. Like the SIVA aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
That made me want to level up all those guns and unlock all the perks, just because I loved everything about SIVA. And it's like, and I don't know why they're not bringing it back. I mean, I get it. I guess story-wise, we technically shut it down. But I mean, come on. You can figure a way to make that happen again. If anyone from Bungie is watching, just bring back SIVA. That'll probably make half the community forget about the problems, at least for a good couple months.
Here's Cargan. Wow. Okay, don't get hit by that.
Intercepted communication from the Vex indicates that Cargan has bypassed their
I just want...
protocols.
I've already got 2 Guardians for this
Looks
strike.
like Cargan is using that conflux to access the data artifact. Get me over to that Vex plane, and I'll try a counter.
It's gotta be a decent game out there.
I'm surprised they haven't pulled the plug on Destiny 1's servers.
I think that would piss a lot of people off.
And all the crap they've been pulling on Destiny 1, or Destiny 2, does not.
Firewall in place. That should slow it down.
I don't remember why I used... Matador 64.
Ooh, the God shotgun. I remember that. Ah. Oh! Wrong gun. Wrong gun, blew myself up. Icebreaker, dude. Why have they not brought back Icebreaker?
I thought they did.
No, Icebreaker, no. Ugh. I wish they brought back Icebreaker.
Oh, I know what strike you're doing.
What strike you doing?
It's one with the damn brothers.
I vaguely remember that.
Oh, come on, dude, don't run it. I'm enjoying it, don't run it.
He's speed running?
Yeah, he's speed running. Damn it.
Chroma.
What are you even speed running for? Like, what at this point are you grinding for? You have to speed run the damn strike.
For real.
I mean, honestly. Yeah, respawning.
That sucks, dude. Again, I have to figure a way to be able to capture that freaking footage because that would be so cool to stream.
We can 2-man some Nightfalls, or if Jerry gets on, 3-man some Nightfalls.
My shots are just not on point today. My focus is pretty split though.
That's what they all say.
I don't know how the stream data is coming over for you, if it's really crap quality. Is it? Because then calling this a potato stream would really be fitting. It's better when YouTube uploads it, like after it's done streaming.
When I was listening to it earlier, it was fine.
Really? I mean, the preview looks like crap, but I mean,
and it's seriously corrupted.
that's not bad. Temperatures are not bad. That's impressive.
What is Oxa? And who is Otzot?
Those are questions for another
Dude, why don't they just like get rid of Destiny 2 and just migrate everybody back to Destiny 1?
Hey, Destiny 2 does have some cool exotics. Look at Whisper. Whisper's cool. Don't you have the Sparrow from that as well? I know you have the ship.
I do.
Oh, I want the ship and the Sparrow, but
The Black Hammer, oof.
you have that gun?
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I do.
That's from the Crota raid. Because then it became Black Spindle.
There's not a collection on this game, I don't think, is there?
No, that's called your vault. You can do a collection for exotics. You have to go to the tower and go into that back room where the table's at and reacquire them that way.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what my super on this is. It's Void, but I remember what it does.
What's your character? Hunter?
Of course, Hunter.
It's Tether.
Was it Tether?
Should have been.
It was Tether.
Aha, I was right. It actually made me rethink. I'm like, did they have Tether in Destiny 1? I honestly couldn't remember.
I died.
You died?
I died.
We're gonna go with some Malicious Birthright. That was a gun I freaking ground for. Just grinded the crap out of it. And we'll go back to this and do a sword, just for some fun.
Anna, there's a giant hive creature attacking Rasputin.
It's the Hive Worm God. He's called Zol, and he's going to tear apart Rasputin.
It's a shame
unless
I
act
can't set my
fast.
connect up. We can
What
do
can
like
we do?
a dual stream.
Head to the power station.
God, I don't know how that would work.
But I need your help.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool though. Oh, does this have? Yeah. But didn't this have Ambitious Assassin?
I still don't have any heavy ammo.
Just pop a synth, dude. Remember, that was a thing.
You are a lifesaver. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah, they don't have those no more. Now it's raid banners that cost an arm and a freaking leg.
I have since.
Of course you have sense. Everyone who doesn't have sense. Dude, this is poor man's mountaintop right here. Malicious birthright. Oops.
And I got a blue sniper rifle, undecrypted. You know, because that's how we.
Oh, that's right. Because it would tell you what the weapon was gonna be. No, it's not a sniper. It's just a special. You don't know if it's a
special.
You know, it took him forever to bring back heavy machine guns in this game.
Pretty tough. You're going to need the Valkyrie, a special javelin that's part of Rasputin's neural network. Using Rasputin's core, we'll be able to overcharge the Valkyrie and do some serious damage.
How?
Well, first we've got to
I love the fact that it has auto-loading holster.
open the cooling vents on the inhibitor.
Yellow bar.
Then hit it with everything you've got.
I've never used a sword against a shrieker before, but hey, it works.
You know what sword I have on my character?
What sword do you have?
Raised light.
Ooh, the exotic swords. I was the first one to get them in our party, and then I helped you guys grind them all out. And I told you to do them all at the same time.
Not like that strike.
Yeah, it was. You kidding me? We had to kill those guys all within a certain period of time, very quickly. We had to get them all down. It was very hard. The Sunless Cell. I still remember.
You had to
the
do
name
all
of it.
3 at once. To do all 3 at once.
What a grind though for the materials though.
Golly.
That took hours.
That node is giving us strange readings. I need a closer look.
Oh no.
See, I'm running the
Inhibitor off
escalation protocol submachine gun. This is what frickin' Warmind stuff looks like.
Defend the area.
Oh, you know what? I'm doing that strike.
Sunless Cell?
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
You got that in a random playlist?
Yeah, Dark Blade Cell. Well, it's not on the cell, but it's. I'm going to kill Alec.
Yep.
Yeah, this guy forgot about the 10 shriekers that are in this room.
Online and ready. Now for the inhibitor vent.
I probably would have too. It's been so long, dude.
The
Boy
inhibitor
doesn't
vent is
forget.
open.
What is the perks on Malicious Birthright? Grave Robber. Oh, nice. Forgot about that. Really? That didn't kill him.
A green engram. Oh,
That's high.
weapon parts. Armor materials.
Great work. Get to the core before it goes critical.
When they finally made the decision for those to auto decrypt, that was a good call. I was getting so tired of that stacking up my freaking inventory.
It's right on this one, you had to figure out which door was open.
Stabilize. Kind of. Valkyrie is ready. Alright. I need you to throw the Valkyrie into the core. and
Probably
force
after this
the
strike,
full
I'm
knockdown.
gonna end the stream. I think we had a pretty good discussion about, or I should say rant, about some of the issues in Destiny.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
It is what it is.
Valkyrie are off the charts.
Let's see what Soul thinks of cutting-edge Bray tech.
The Legion Brawl.
Dude, I'll say this submachine gun's pretty awesome.
I have no idea what submachine gun you're using.
Escalation protocol.
Oh, this is when they actually gave you ammo before encounters.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, before the boss, there was a special synthetic or a special synth box.
I can't remember that.
So powerful. Be careful.
Well,
Facing off Soul.
Yeah, this boss is tough.
We have almost one phase Zol. We're close. Alright, he's going immune.
Please don't like this. That'd be tragic.
Huh?
The thrall.
Just wrecked Soul.
Way to go, Guardian.
Requires skeleton.
Couldn't have done it without me.
We make a pretty good team, if I do say so myself.
Oh my god, I finished a one of those Zavala bounties.
You had an old Zavala bounty?
Yeah.
Wow. Is that 1k? Oh, that guy has 1k.
Maybe I'll get an icebreaker from this.
What's up?
Maybe I'll get another icebreaker from this.
Shut up, no. I even forgot how you got ice. I know it was during the one of the events.
When icebreaker came back via the bounties, I got it on the second turn in.
But it was during that certain event. It was during that one-time event.
No, it wasn't an event.
Yeah.
No. It's
I'm
when the
fair-
Sunshine Bounty came out.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, let's see. What was it called?
Ugh.
Yeah, it was the weekly bounty.
Postmaster's completely
Make-
out of space. Alright, let's go to Postmaster and take care of that.
Age of Triumph.
You're over there reliving the glory days of Destiny. Go on there and take some notes so when we do our second rant, you can bring back some new topic points for us to talk about.
Bring back Chaos Dogma.
Bring back Siva. Like I said, that'll shut up the community for at least a good 2 months. Solid. Everyone was hyped up that with
Bring
the
back legitimate
with the,
subclass customization.
with the sundial, that's the name of it, that you could redo old strikes, because you go back into the past, and they squandered that opportunity.
Postmaster. Oh, I have Treasure of Ages.
What the heck is that? I don't remember half this stuff, dude. You're making me want to go on Destiny right now. Destiny 1. Oh my god, Postmaster is stacked. Well, good gunsmith materials. God. Sucks I was having that audio problem, but I was able to kind of override it with a different setting. Because I think at first, like, the game volume was like overpowering what you were saying. Once I clear out the Postmaster, I'm gonna end the stream. We've been streaming for over an hour. So, alright, let me... Oh, Iron Banner's going on. Maybe I'll stream me and Jared doing some Iron Banner. So, alright, well, I think we had a pretty good discussion about the ups and downs of Destiny 2. Hopefully one of these days the game will have a turnaround.
Yeah, I think you might be waiting a while for that, bud.
I'm not holding my breath, but I can hope. I can
No,
hope.
they're not.
We have had some fun times on Destiny 2, though. You cannot deny that.
Oh, I won't deny that, but will we have fun times ever again on Destiny 2? I'm gonna deny that one.
Well, again, is that going back to the we just can't play together, or is that going back to the content being absolute crap?
Well, I have no desire to play, even with you and Jared. I have no desire to play it.
No. We'll see what the next season holds for us. Actually, I was gonna check on that. When is the next season?
Road
Oh my God, 22 days. Ooh.
Lord Shax.
Ooh, that's a ways out. So.
Oh my.
Alright, well. I can almost pretty much say I don't think anyone tuned into the stream, but that's fine.
Maybe someone will.
Oh, I don't know if anyone's going to watch an hour-long video about two people just ranting about Destiny, but hey, if they do, they do. So if you've made it this far to the end,
my God.
I appreciate you watching. We'll definitely do some more streams, more rants. I'll see if I can somehow kind of push the word out there in case anyone wants to watch this, but alright, well, I appreciate y'all watching, and we're going to call it a day for this stream.
Black Spindle. I'm taking. Oh my God! I gotta deposit some weapons here because I can't even deal with this. I gotta take out Xylo Supercell. Of course. My baby Touch of Malice. Gotta pull that one too. The white. Yeah, the white